Hey YouTube fans, people in the interwebs, it's me, Sam of SG1, or Tony, back for another Transformers The Definitive G1 collection. Yes, I'm a little bit behind on these due to the fact that I just had a couple of weeks off work. We've had a shower put in, had a new garden put in, and working in between the weeks I've had off with work being done and stuff. Plus a house sat for a friend as well, looking after a pooch. So I'm just a touch behind. I've got some Starship still to do. I've got me Star Trek novels to do, but I endeavour to push forward. So we are doing issue number 7. Is it 7? Do you know it's been that long? I'm going to have to check. I'm sure it is. Yes, issue number 7. Galvatron Wanted Dead or Alive. And we've got a lovely image of my fucking favourite character, Soundwave, because he's superior. And it's issue number 8. So we're in proper G1 mode at this point. So we shall get cracking on, shall we? We've got the interior cover from the I think the 86 UK annual. Which I love those annuals when I was a kid. I've got them all except for the last one. I think 89. I think is the year I'm missing, which is the last one, which is almost like fucking hen's teeth to find. So we've got the introduction. Galvatron's 1. So we've got various images there, and it just tells you what's happening in the continuity and stuff, story stuff. So story so far. I can't even talk today. The Definitive G1 collection. This is UK issues 113 to 120 plus the Transformers. Oh, the 87 annual. It says right there. You see, I always love that image of Galvatron. That's really fucking cool. Let's see. I think I missed the page out somewhere. I did. Here we go. Volume 8. Wanted Galvatron Dead or Alive. Writer Simon Furman, art Jeff Senior, Will Simpson and Tim Perkins. Letters Anne Halv Asri. I hope I'm selling that right. Richard Starkins. Colours Steve White. Then we've got Burning Sky. Writer art Simon Furman. Art Dan Reed. Part 1. Jeff Senior. Part 2. Letters Richard Starkin. Colours Al White. Then we've got Hunters, writer Sam Fairman, Will Simpson, Tim Perkins, Part 1, Jeff Anderson and Stephen Baskerville, Part 2, Letters Richard Starkins, Part 1, Mike Scott, Part 2, Colours Steve White, Fire on High, writer Simon Fairman, Dan Reed, Part 1, Jeff Senior, Part 2, Letters Mike Scott, Part 1, Richard Starkins, Part 2, Colours Steve White, Vicious Circle, writers Simon Fairman, art Jeff Anderson and Dave Howard, letters Anon, it says there, colours even Ewan Peters. Then we've got King of the Hill, King of the Hill, Transformers US issue 27, writer Bob Budiansky, arts Don Perlin, Ian Aiken, Brian Garvey, letters Janice Chang, colours Neil Yomtov. Mechanical Difficulties, Transformers US issue 28. Writer Bob Budiansky, artist Don Perlman, Ian Aiken, Brian Garvey, letters Janice Chang, letters Neil Yomtov again. Sorry, I missed that bit out. I always forget that. Then we got Wanted Galvatron Dead or Alive. Yeah, I believe this is the introduction of everybody's favourite freelance peacekeeping agent, Death's Head, and there he is. And he's been told the story of Galvatron by this very 2000 AD esque droid, this bar droid. Saving drinks and his Unicrons attacking the planet. Basically recapping Transformers the movie there in case you missed it. But I mean, I love this artwork. It does feel very 2000 AD. I mean, I never got into it until recently, but it's very 2000 AD, and that ain't a bad thing. And then it's just recapping Transformers movie, and then what's sort of happened after that. We got Shockwave blasting fools out, and then sort of you know, then you've got Death's Head going, you know, I want to collect on this bounty, and then very foolishly the little droid pulls out quite the gun, and Death's Head, and he's like, yeah, whatever, and he's like, oh, look at this, and then it just smashes him into a table, you know, because you do, with the sound effect cratched, and then crash as he throws him against the wall. So then Death's Head goes on a bounty hunting mission, sorry, peacekeeping mission, and then you've got he's getting the files on Scourge, Cyclonus, and Galvatron. Probably not the best three to go after Death's Head, but then again, he is Death's Head. And then you got Scourge. I love this interaction between Scourge and Cyclonus here. This is really cool. I love the bit there. He says, "I tell you, Cyclonus, if that one-eyed freak ever talks to me like that again, I'll tap dance on his main brain module. Only if you get to him before me, Scourge." So it looks like Galvatron's gone missing. At this point, I think he's time traveled back to 1987, and basically the Decepticons are kind of leaderless, and then Shockwave steps up and goes, you know, I'm taking over, because he always wanted to in the comics. So you've got it's a really cool scene there, transforming and stuff like that, talking to each other, and then Death's Head shows up, and then proceeds to literally kick the shit out of both of them, because you know Death's Head. It's a great stuff. And he sort of interrogates Cyclonus and to go, right, where's Galvatron? And he goes, well, he's in 1987, so he takes the time machine and goes back to get him. And then the Autobots are under attack by, you know, generic Decepticons, which is really cool. We've got Hot Rod, Blair, Cup, and Wreck-Gar. I think this is where Macabre shows up. It is, yeah. I'd like a figure of this guy. I always thought he looked cool. And then you've just got kind of just Genero bots behind him there. There he is, Macabre, I believe his name is. Let's just check. Well, you got Rodimus Prime doing a very fucking movie Prime thing there. He says, "Oh, I beg for mercy" and stuff like that, and then Rodimus just blasts his fucking face off. And Cup's like, "Hang on, you can't do that." But I mean, I love the artwork of these things. They are really cool. Like I say, they are very 2000 AD. 2000 AD? Is that even a word? I don't think so. But they are really cool. I really do like this artwork a lot. I mean, I always did back, even when I was a kid, because I've got most of the original UK run. Because in this universe, whenever somebody time travels, somebody gets replaced. So Death's Head's time travelled from the future, and then somebody has to replace him, which in this case it's Hotspot. Not Hotspot, sorry. First Aid. So now the Protector bots are now on a complete disadvantage. They can't form. Oh God, these spit curl flying about. That's really annoying. There we go. Ooh, my video's just rendered ace. As I was saying, yeah. So now the Protector bots are at a disadvantage. They can't form Defensor. And really, Bumblebee's going up against Death's Head, and he gets fucking destroyed and blown up to quite substantially blown up. Oh dear. Then we get Burning Sky, which is another Ultra Magnus and Galvatron running, which is really cool. Dan Reed did this art. Oh yeah, he runs in and rescues some college girls. You know, because, you know, as you do. So Hot Rod, Couple Blair have now time travel along with Wreck-Gar as well, back to 1987. It's just really cool. I really do love it. I've got to come up with a better bloody vocabulary when I do these videos. I'm learning slowly. I love that image though. That Galvatron bursting through the forest fire. You know, that is fucking amazing. You know, it's like, oh shit. Galvatron. Yeah, she's an absolute nutcase. And then we get the really cool fight between Galvatron and Ultra Magnus again. Yeah, it's really cool. Let's see if we can get some really good bits here. There we go. Got a thing there, and he goes, die! And he's dodging the laser blast and then shooting him back. And then I love the bit where he shoots him. It's like, yeah, whatever. And then he grabs his gun and then destroys it, and then starts to tear out his eyes. That is really fucking brutal. You know, meanwhile, there's a forest fire burning behind him. You know. Oh, and then Ultra Magnus goes fucking full Hulk and just starts kicking the shit out of Galvatron. You know, just boom, boom, boom. You know, look how pissed off he is. He's got broken eyes and he's like, argh! And he knocks him out. Well done. But then Galvatron just goes, yeah, whatever, and shoots him in the back. Because, you know, Galvatron. So the Autobots show up, and then there's a confrontation between Death's Head and Soundwave, because Soundwave would kick the shit out of Death's Head, but, you know, not in this story. Punches him, kicks him. That is a cool image, though. I love that. That's really cool. I really do like that. And he sends out Laserbeak, and Laserbeak gets shredded by a shrapnel bomb, and then proceeds to kill him, and then stands on his neck. No, don't do that to Laserbeak. I love that tinfoil turkey. So Hot Rod has shown up, and Cup and Blair, and they are sort of assessing the situation. You know, going like, yeah, well, he's Galvatron. We might not be able to fight him off. We've got to see what he's up to first, you know. And then we finally get to the bit where where. Because even though it was you, Rodimus Prime, who put the bounty on Galvatron's head, Death's Head is still going to claim it. Because basically, Galvatron has disappeared and Rodimus is looking for him. He's found him, and then he's come to collect the bounty as well. And this story is from the annual, I believe. Oh, no, maybe not. I think it's the story afterwards. Now, Redgar is proceeding to repair Bumblebee, and he goes through various, you know, pop culture references. You know, TV, talking TV, for example. Name Redgar, occupation Junkion, leader aligned to the Autobots of the year 2007. Wow, 2007 seemed a far off way, and it's 7 years ago. Can you believe it? Especially subject to TV. And then he goes, what B is unlikely to survive a direct hit from a neutron plasma accelerator rifle? The correct answer is Bumblebee. And that's Blockbusters. You know, and then you start for 10. Our story, gentle listeners, begins 20 years in the future. And it's sort of recapping. Now, this bit is a bit questionable. I mean, back in those days we didn't know, but Jim will fix it. Yeah, Operation Rue Tree. Oh dear, but you know, it's what it is. Let's have a look at some good art. I mean, most of it's dialogue. There's not much action going on. Then you got Rodimus sort of emulating his fight tactic in the movie, transforms to vehicle, and then starts to knock Galvatron out of the way. And then elsewhere, he has worked his magics. He has worked welding fusion, rewiring, replacing, damaging bodywork, restructuring, improving, and now where once lay the blasted remains of the Autobot Bumblebee stands Goldbug, you know, because Goldbug. And then this is sort of the aftermath that's going on. Still got things. I mean, fools! I love that picture of Galvatron just going nuts. So cool. Fahrenheit Part 2. I've won. Ultra Magnus is dead, and now no one can stop me. No one. That's cool image. I love that. That's really cool. Really, really cool. So we've got some really nice shots of fighting going on between Optimus and Rodimus and Galvatron there. Quack, cram, crunch. It's really cool. I love sound effects like that. Yag, sheer, you know. And we've got Galvatron just kicking the shit out of Rodimus there. Look at just the, he goes, "Arr!" And then just crack, smack, thwam, you know, crunch. It's good. Fachoom. And then fucking Death decides he's going to have a fucking go. No. And then, and he fires a missile at Galvatron's face. And then Galvatron goes after Death's head. Yeah, Galvatron's probably going to get his ass kicked. And he does. He blows his mace hand off and he goes, lucky shot, yes, no matter. As soon as my right hand is in place, you can eat plasma, huh? That's an interesting trick, Bounty Hunter. I wonder if it works as well with your left arm. It just rips it off. Oh, Dad, you know, I love these books. This is a really good story, though. I really do love it. Yeah. Vicious Circle. This is the one from the annual. This one. And it's sort of recapping what's been happening. And sort of like, I do like that. Galvatron gives Bumblebee an ultimatum, and then sort of Goldberg even, and then Goldberg replicates it with Ultra Magnus a bit later, which is really cool. And so this is the culmination of the story. I miss annuals like this. You don't get them anymore. The artwork in this is just not as good as it has been. And then now we're inserted back into the US 27-28, because this is how it happened in the UK. Because we were, instead of producing them monthly, we was producing fortnightly, and then we got to a point where we was running out of material to reprint. So that's why we got UK stuff, and this is where, you know, Triptychon shows up. So we've got US 27 and 28, and it's just recapping what's been happening. I love that image. That's cool. That's cool. King of the Hill, and then we've got some, you know, kids out hiking, and then we've got encounter some strange footprints. So yeah, there's a bloke stopped at the truck stop, and you can just see swooping in there and stealing his truck. Yeah, and the Dinobots, chowing down on the oil that's there, you know. So yeah, so we've got the Dinobots chowing down on some oil there, and then we've got Ratbat in command of the Decepticons for some reason, because his job is fuel scout, and he's kind of like, you know, he's one of these people that, you know, like an accountant going, well, we can't really afford this, so we're gonna have to cut back on those. You know, it's one of those type of dealies, you know. Which is a really cool dichotomy, especially this interaction between Shockwave and Ratbat there as well. He says, yeah, but be warned, if this operation proves another wasteful expenditure, I'm pulling the plug. You know, so obviously he's come to get his money's worth. And this is where Grimlock decides that he's going to be the leader of the Autobots, and he comes in and just starts throwing his way around. And then the bloke, was a girl, out camping, sees a bright light through the tent there, and she's sort of drawn to the light. And then we see the space bridge, which is really cool, and then Triptychon bursts forth. And then sort of the Autobots show up. And then I'm just going to skip to the end because you don't really see it, just exposition going on. And then we get the Dinobots versus Triptychon because, you know, come on. And they're you know, and they start to kick the shit out of him, which is really cool. Yeah, so we got the Dinobots kicking the shit out of Trypticon there, and Trypticon firing all his mouth lasers and his nose laser. And then pachu. In fact, another sounds are blam, bloom, baum, and then sprack. You know, and kapow. And no, pacow. That's it. That's really cool. And then Grimlock comes in and goes, "No, I'm the fucking leader of the universe. No, all hell Grimlock." And then the next issue is Mechanical Difficulties. Now, this is the introduction of the Mechanic. Now, I believe he might have popped up in Marvel Comics elsewhere, but I can't quite remember. Basically, it's just like a criminal dude who decides that, you know, he's, you know, basically just a criminal. And he finds his way, and you got Grimlock sporting a crown, you know, because him Grimlock, him king. Yeah, he's got all these technical devices, very much like a Marvel supervillain there, which is right because it's Marvel Comics. It's very Jack Kirby, and he's got a special, looks like wrench. He can pretty much do anything with. You know, it's pretty cool. I mean, you can tell the difference. You can tell this is sort of the Marvel sort of style, which is really cool. I do like that. Yeah, and the Mechanic sort of kicks the crap out of the Autobots. You know. What is Blaster doing to Bumblebee there? I don't know. So the Mechanic has got all these cars and made them into mask vehicles, essentially. You know, decked them out with all guns and stuff like that. I don't want to go too much because I've been talking 20 odd minutes now, I think. And then next week we've got Mechanic Strikes Again. So we got the and this is the second appearance of the Mechanic, I think, because they're out of order and I haven't read them in a good while. So we've got some cover issues there, which is really cool. We've got the UK covers. We've got Grimlock, Vote For Me, very apt at the moment, yes. Trypticon, and then I love that image of Rodimus, that's really cool. Bring Me the Head of Galvatron. Introducing the only Rodimus. What's yours called? You know, that's pretty cool. I do love that one. That is one of my favourite Transformer covers. The Good, the Mad, the Ugly as well. That's a really good one. Of course, a play on the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That one of Galvi. That's really cool. Bumblebee riding Wreck-Gar there, which he doesn't actually do in the Galvatron. Come on down. You know, and then I've won. And then Goldberg on the disassembly line. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I really wish to do, you know, a page per cover rather than just splitting two into different ones. And then, meanwhile, in the Marvel offices, and it's showing you about the, you know, the UK annuals, which are great. And then we've got the Victory story, which is a really good little story, actually. I love that image of Grimlock slicing Megatron down twain. I don't think we've got it in this one. No, we haven't. And it just shows you. It just goes through all the UK annual stuff, which is great stuff. And then meet Goldberg, and we've got some tech specs on Goldberg there. That's pretty cool. And that's it. And that's your lot. Thanks for listening to my video. Oh, I haven't finished yet. I forgot. We got another free gift for this delivery. We got a mug. Really cool. It's got Megatron one side and Optimus the other. And yes, I have had tea in it, and it's a mug. It's a nice little thing. It's a nice little mug. Transformers and stuff on it. It says Transformers, a definitive G1 collection on the bottom there. Hasbro. No, it's a nice little thing. It's just a nice mug. So you can go glug glug, have tea of champions. So Yeah, I don't know if you can see the image there very well. I mean, it's sort of nice dichotomy of a black mug and white image of both Optimus and Megatron there. But it's a nice thing, it really is. I mean, it holds tea very well. Yes, there's tea stains in there. Don't ignore those. It just needs taking down and washing. I only had a cup of tea in it yesterday, so come on. Anyway, that's me. That's this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell whenever you want to know when I've got videos. Finally, bringing videos out. I will try and make them once a week or twice a week or whatever. Regular. That's the word I'm looking for. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I shall catch you all later. Bye for now.